Hi everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame for you today. A Divine Masculine Twin Flame read. Someone in the comments yesterday asked what I actually do because they're confused about the read. It actually is very labor intensive. I use 7 decks to do a read, and I spend several hours actually channeling the read. And then when I come onto the video, I also get some more channeled messages and downloads. And then when I do the oracle cards, I get more messages as I read those cards for you. So I hope that clarifies for you. The decks I usually use are the Syrian Starseed as the main deck. I use the Gilded Tarot as well as the Gilded and the Golden Universal and the Tarot, the Rider-Waite Mini, and the Tarot Sexual Magic. Am I missing anything? And then the Romance Angels and the Numerology deck. I think I covered them all. Okay. So today is April 8th, 2019. If you should need anything from me, my services, any sessions, numerology, tarot reads, I am a Reiki master. My information is below. I also am a songwriter, so my songs are on a CD I put out, Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames. It's on CD Baby, it's on iTunes, it's on Google Play and Amazon. But everything is on my website as well. My address is twinflames3344.com, and my email is at gmail.com. So if you should need anything, if you have any questions, just send down the email. It is below. And I'm just going to get right into this, okay? It is April 8, 2019. The 8 is all about the Strength card, which is all about ego as well, and Leo energy. The day adds up to 24/6, which is the Queen of Wands, okay? So we have that very creative and popular, very physical energy about the Queen of Wands. And for me in my reads, the Queen of Wands often comes up as the karmic energy. And that's not to say anything negative about fire signs. It's just the way it comes up. Usually the Divine Feminine comes up a lot as the Queen of Pentacles, and the karmic comes up a lot as the Queen of Wands. So it doesn't have to be a fire sign or earth sign. It just has to do with the templating of each position, basically. And that the Queen of Pentacles is the final suit of the journey of the tarot, whereas the Queen of Wands is the first suit of the tarot. Okay, so that's the beginning, and then the manifestation abilities at the end. Okay, so if that clarifies some of that for you, there's no negative. There's positive and negative for each suit. All right, so it's not about judging anyone. It's just the way the cards come up for me, and also Spirit channels to me in a way that I can relate and understand, so that I can pass the message on to you. Okay, so the Divine Masculine Twin Flame read was done at 8:31 today. 31 is the 5 of Wands. And that is that fighting, conflict, expansion, energy, competition. Can be just games and sports as well. And the major arcana were Solar Deity, which is the Sun in the Syrian Starseed deck, Luna, which is the Moon, and Karma, which is Judgment. So those were the only 3. The card before the read, which I do use in the read, I use the card before the read, and the card after the read, I incorporate that as well. And the one before the read was the Ascension card, so that major arcana was used as well. So 4 major arcana. There were 4 cups, 2 swords, 2 wands. The court cards were the King of Cups and the Page of Wands. And then the messages and the codes all had to do with moderation and music. Okay, music is all about harmony, right, and balancing those energies. And moderation is all about staying at 0 point. The numbers that came up were 9, 2, 7, 55, 99, 10, which is that high vibration energy, 27, 55 is the Ace of Swords, 27 came up, which is the Ace of Wands, 25 came up, which is the Knight of Wands, also 25 and 27, And then 79 came up, which for me, 78 is usually the end of the tarot, depending on whose deck it is. But 79 for me is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. 59, and that's confirmation for me. And then 59 is the Five of Swords, which is usually you being at war with yourself, okay? Because the Five of Swords guy is the enemy, and war happens outside of us because of the war within. And then 422 also came up. And the message was all about moderation in music, and it was just very simple it was all about the Nine of Chalices, which is finding satisfaction on your own by yourself with your connection to Source, and finding that satisfaction. I was also getting, so this is especially for the masculine today, using moderation or staying at 0 point and using music, okay, to help you. Got the music in me, got the music in me. Okay, I was getting that. Also, ACS was coming up as an acronym, coming up. Some of the acronyms that were pointed out to me when I looked them up were another satisfied customer, additional sense code, and all seniors care. So pay attention to your seniors who need help. Also, I was getting asinine arrogance on the part of the masculine. So, you know, some jerky energy could come up in the journey, of course, which we all know, which requires moderation and music to calm and soothe the savage beast, which is the Strength card, the Leo card today, and the Queen of Wands. The Christ consciousness, Jesus and I, they were equating with each other for the masculine, to see yourself as God, okay, your connection to Source when you are connected. And also that 45 or 135 degree angle is coming up again to hang like this or this in your home to help for happiness and to get your wish. I was also getting Cool Jerk. I don't know if all of you remember that song, it was a long time ago, but Cool Jerk, right? So the masculine coming up is the cool jerk, okay? And we're not judging, we're not saying that they're cool jerks, but there's definitely been times when they were cool jerks, okay? So as Christ consciousness, Jesus, the I, presence, for the masculine, in hanging at an angle, so that can be representative. It doesn't have, you don't have to actually hang, but just hanging at an angle, seeing an alternative point of view to achieve satisfaction and moderation with music. Okay, ascension is showing of power in lounging in moderation of music. So a lot of the masculines may have difficulty lounging or staying still because they feel unworthy if they do that. Or they may be used to lounging the opposite and having other people do what they want them to do, which is kind of that show of power, right, is an arrogant way of showing power. So those are just some of the energies coming up with the coding today, but all about staying at 0 point in moderation in music. And remember that someone may come off as arrogant, but might not have the intention behind that and may not even realize that they come off that way. So, going on into the read here, we have in grief, the underlying energy was the Five of Cups with the Ascension card below it, okay? So this is the underlying energy of the Five of Cups, or the Five of Chalices in this deck, and then the Ascension card behind it, which is traditionally the world. Okay, the Five of Cups is traditionally here. So in grief and unable to look true love in the face, having been an ass, wounded warrior, healing after a fight, conflict, expansion, and battle. In the aftermath of war and ascension, there is grief of the means used to get there through the war. The devil is out watching at work. Capricorn masculine chained by the neck, and Nick came up here as well, so someone might be dealing with a Nick who's controlling them. So there's a masculine chained by the neck, or just likes his black chain necklaces, or a marked man aligned with dark at work. The door, now listen, there's some important messages here about interferences here at work for the masculine. Marked man aligned with dark at work. The door, the portal lined with lead and gold lead paint for some, or others money or gold inside the cement blocks by the door. So lead paint's coming up, which obviously is going to be unknown if it's there, because usually if someone has lead paint, they want to paint over it or remove it. through the frame of the door. All right, so it doesn't have to be the outside entrance door. It can be a frame of a doorway, like going down a hallway, or someone getting framed because someone planted money, gold, or possibly drugs by the door or portal in the wall by the radiation. So that could be radiator as well. Before the green door, or Batman Capricorn experiencing radiation burn, or mold all around him, or just in the doorway or archway to the hallway, by coat hooks, door hooks, hooks in his third eye. So someone, maybe intentionally blocking him by using, evil intention, voodoo, whatever, in a negative way, okay? Or horny devil at work, fire starter at work, now with tail between their legs, a bird about to take off to the stars, to the sun. The sun yellow because it's close, right? It's a yellow, it's star, but it's yellow because it's very close, too close for comfort. So don't get burned. Be careful. Healing and dreaming from heartbreak and separation with opportunity to learn, or just addicted to his work, to the attention it brings, but also learning the dark side of things, the dark side of the moon, that false light. Someone got poked in the left eye, possibly, or laying on an angle outside in the fields, using their hands to heal the eye they just poked, before the gate closes again. So, and this was at 9/11, so that was important. So there may be some kind of emergent, someone might get rushed to the hospital if they got poked in the eye. Certainly my daughter, she got kicked in the eye multiple times. So things like that happen. But I was getting someone laying out in the field, literally on the rocks, at that angle like this, with their hands over their eye, healing before the gates close again, so the masculine's becoming aware of when the gates are open and when they're closed. It also could be a literal gate, like before they have to get in somewhere or out, and they can't until they get healed, that kind of thing. So however it applies to you, if it doesn't resonate, okay, it's not for you. Left elbow and hip to right knee alignment may be off, so they may need work there. A little bird told him she is now exposing her skin to the sun after long winter, planting the garden and watering and hanging with birds. Both students of gold coin. So for those of you who watch me regularly, I got some messages the other day about children coming into this world. They each have a gold coin, representatively of the Christ consciousness, and they each have a color. So the feminine comes in with the compassion color of rose pink, and the little boy comes in with the green of the lower heart. So it's the higher heart and the lower heart. The purple, green, and gold, the students of gold coin, purple, green, and gold, clear any brown from the gold color. So for me, when I go in to meditation, I always see purple and green together flowing, okay? So that may be common for a lot because it is your third eye to crown colors and your heart energy, okay? So brown belongs, it's saying to clear any brown from the gold color that you see, especially etherically, because brown belongs to the earth in the 3D, to Gaia, not in your aura, because that's a color of illness. Once emotions spill out to others, the ripples then ground and form tributaries and new pathways. Groundbreaking journey using self-love, the gold coin you are born with, and heartache to purge the silver sword that the mother becomes after she gives her gold coin away to her new children. The truth, to purge the silver sword, the truth, and clear it to gold and ruby heart again, to bring the red back to the feminine heart. Rubies were coming up, as well as rubles and rupees. Red eyes from handling post-war trauma. So a lot of red stuff coming up here, and this could be Russia too, since rubles came up. Allow male child to heal with mother through emotional exchange. Okay, so there's some exchange. So as I expressed the other day, the child of the son and the mother and the daughter and the father have an exchange that they need to make as they grow. So the son needs to offer his green and gold to his mother, because she's lost the gold giving birth to her children. She's basically given her self-love to them. And she needs to regain that after she's no longer sacrificing to them as babies, okay? But if she doesn't get back her self-love, she becomes silver and tainted, right? And that's the Queen of Swords. She becomes cold. So the son needs to learn the pink compassion from her, and he needs to give her the gold back, okay? Teach her that again. So, and it's the same with the daughter needs to teach the father compassion of the feminine, and he needs to show her how to manifest in the world, okay, that gold coin. So allow the male child to heal with the mother right now. So the masculine may need time with the mother to receive that compassion, but also to teach her how to love herself again, because it's her lack of self-love that's now influencing him. So there's some, healing that needs to happen between the divine masculine and his mother. The male child wants to give gold coin back to his mother so she'll love herself again. Left knee and thigh and right ankle and foot symptoms may come up. A mother needing to purge again. Sun is dry. With green and gold, he must learn more compassion. Pink through getting his heart broken. Gilligan's Island was coming up, and the personality of Gilligan, okay, there's a template there. And pirates with eye patches, okay, was coming up as being kicked in the eye. Where is the wound there for the pirate when he's missing his eye? Was it a left eye or a right eye? Which eye does the pirate usually have his patch on? Learning what it means to burn the one you love, not through intention, but neglect, which is just as powerful, and abuse. Positive, polarized, negative. Letting go too much. So just like the sun can be too much, it's the same with neglect and abuse. Okay, neglect is abusive as well. So that's why it's always at 0 point. You need to let go, but you also need to give as well. You have to have both parts. And you have to be firm sometimes, right? When you need to let go of people, when you need them out of your space. Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind, but it's not being cruel in an intentional way. It's being kind but firm, being loving but kind, and telling someone, no, you're not allowed to do this to me, right? So you are in control of who does what to you. So if someone is abusing you, you need to push them out of your energy, letting them go. The family is exposed openly. 6 out of 10 cups. The kids talking, the messages and news inspired to tell the whole truth, of wanting to boldly move forward but being guarded by black and white sphinxes or dogs, polarized dogs, protesting going forward unless things change in the relationship. Prisoner must be released, or cancer busts out of prison. So literally could be someone who busts out of prison, or a cancer or chariots of fire. It could be someone with cancer, galloping as fast as they can to free a hostage, negotiate a hostage release, or take the show on the road. Also, the divine masculine may be burning behind the scenes due to children grieving from the ascension process. Religious factors came up for the masculine, and below that was for him to free himself, and then past life relationship. Lovers are out in the open, hiding third party for the masculine, a third party work romance, witnessed by the logs and herb tea, copper wire or planter, the heat between them. So someone may have witnessed this romance. Also, the lovers out in public right now could be the masculine and his karmic, still hiding the third party, and they may not even be together anymore, but still doing it for show. It also could be just the masculine out with his kids, okay, giving affection to his children. The King of Pentacles with superhero red cape, intimidating into submission, getting all dolled up for him, the feminines around the masculine, and then the feminines going home to purge and cry the sexual feelings between him and another, the karmic that he was with. Now her flame expired, the feminine, the truth at her side. The masculine chasing young and old alike so he could get aroused to go home or just to get attention. He didn't count on his reflection, being one of them, putting a thorn in his plans or thwarting his plans for the dreams that he had. The underlying signs that came up for this read were Pisces, both directions. If I say both directions, it means it's two separate people, one negative, one positive, or Pisces reflecting both their negative and positive energies, one. So Leo is also up and down. Aquarius is upright. Cancer upright. Capricorn probably upright. And then Gemini and Libra were both there in the underlying energy as well. Not sure which direction. And then for the body of the read, I do have all 12 signs here. Capricorn was the least amount of energy in the read, and there was no devils in the read other than the underlying energy, so no major arcana Capricorn here, but there were some minor arcana cards that represented Capricorn, which might be reversed Capricorn, but it wasn't significant for Capricorn. Aquarius was up and down. Aries up and down, Libra up and down, a lot of up and down here. So again, it could be two people or one person reflecting both energies. Libra and Cancer both up and down. Scorpio reversed, Sagittarius upright, Leo, Pisces upright, Taurus upright, Virgo upright and reversed, and then Gemini reversed. So Leo, hold on one second with the Leo. I don't know if I had a direction on the Leo for the body of the read, but let's see what I have. And Leo and Pisces were very significant for the underlying energies there, very strong. And then the Sun was in the read, so again, that Leo ego energy is very prevalent there. I'm getting the Leo as upright. Let's see. I'm not showing it specifically. In the underlying energy, the Leo is definitely upright. But I'm feeling Leo is upright and reversed in the underlying energy, so it could be either way as well in the body of the read. But I'm definitely getting some positive energy there for the Leo, okay? Especially in the way the masculine sees himself in that exposure energy, not necessarily a Leo person. So, let's see here. So, after the masculine not counting on his reflection being someone he met, and being one of them, one of the feminines around him that he liked to get attention from, didn't count on them putting a thorn in his plans. All right, or thwarting his plans. Or it could be his kids out, like I said, and one of his kids may admire his twin and sees the love between them and feels bad for her purging away from him. The masculine may be losing control over the one who actually made him happy, and he had caused her great pain. Lovers destined to come together to co-create after do-si-do, or doing the dance, and purging cycles, and space shuttle crash. Okay, Major Tom, ground control to Major Tom, and there's a space shuttle crash. All right, so obviously the connection or the communication failed because there was a space shuttle crash. Then compassion comes up for the underlying energy as 99, which is all about the moon energy and endings and compassion, universal selflessness and love. The whole world crashed for the masked, for all the masked people, stretching arms back, wearing Caesar's herbed crown, as the winged emerald order, chariots of fire, ground to Major Tom, ordered judgment. Leo on the run. So Leo can represent a Leo karmic, and it can also represent a Leo anyone, but also just ego in general. A fair maiden, Guinevere, running from her fate. So you don't know, this could be false Guinevere, okay? Trying to get back in, but family locked the gate behind her. Happy, the family's coming off as happy like nothing ever happened. So now it could be the karma getting a taste of her own medicine, whereas nobody gave a crap how the masculine felt about anything at home. Now she ran away again, and now isn't allowed to come back, and everyone seems real happy without her. So she's kind of like getting a dose of her own medicine. The lion with an injury, and there could be a child Leo here as well who's learning a lesson. A lion with an injury, or Leo, injury or stitches, left head, neck, or shoulder, or metal chain in their left mane, you know how girls are with their hair, or it could be a guy as well, or hair caught in their braces on the left side. God forbid her mane should be touched. Out in the cold, with nowhere to go, finds a simple family to sympathize with her cause. All right, so it could be a kid too who ran away, and this time they're like, well, fine, go then. And then she has to find a friend's house to crash at. But remember that lions eat gazelles for breakfast. Behind the facade of the sham fam being a family that looks all perfect on the outside but has a lot of issues on the inside, lies a queen bee and her minions with whole scam operation going on, while outside sewing or stitching with a friend while cat plays in the yard, acting all innocent, right? So that's keeping up the facade. The Six of Cups rainbow, neon skittles, and four cups without life. So it's saying 6 cups are showing as real happy and everything's perfect, but there are 4 cups there with no life at all. Still waters run deep, siphoning gold coin from other people, the divine masculine puppet of those around him. And then, as soon as I said that, Jesus Christ Superstar came in. I wash my hands of your demolition. Die if you want to, you misguided, or this is innocent puppet. All right, and then it goes into Jesus Christ, right? The whole end of the movie, okay? And Spirit's connecting with me. So this is the coming, it's making me cry because Spirit's really connecting with me right now. And this has come up for me before. Jesus Christ Superstar, you know, I was very into those movies, and I probably remember most of the lyrics of all the songs from Jesus Christ Superstar. But it comes up because we're at the end of the movie, just before the crucifixion. And where are we? The 18th is the full moon. The second full moon in Libra is the day of the crucifixion, with the 21st coming up as the rising, okay? So this is very important here. We are in the template of Jesus and Mary Magdalene, and I have said this over and over again in the past few years. And I was told also on the plane ride last year, the year before, that in the read that was coming up for Mary and Jesus, that right before union, the Mary Magdalene energy would be pushed down in order for the masculine to then rise back up to meet her. So it's like the bird in the Ace of Cups, the bird with the Holy Communion, right? So coming down into the cup, the Holy Grail. She gets now pushed down, so when that bird dives again, he now comes up and meets her halfway. So now we have the crucifixion, where Mary Magdalene actually is with him the whole time, okay, because she is his twin, helping him to stay at 0 point and connected with her so he doesn't feel the pain. Recently, and so now the masculine is going through some heavy pain, okay, so it's about the feminine helping him through that. Recently, no, I'm sorry, 10 of Cups, after die if you want to, you innocent puppet. 10 of Cups, prisoner, and 10 of Cups is that, comes up often as that sham fam. The 10 of Cups, prisoner, student, grieving ascension, so it could be a child for sure, or an adult who acts like a child. Religious factors and betrayal, requiring compassion for your betrayer, your captor, okay? So this is Jesus showing compassion for the people who hung him. Recently, and Spirit's connecting with me still, recently purging cycles of sovereign, okay, this is the purging cycles of sovereign sinks radiating everywhere, and imbalanced Leo or ego, or thinking to be silent is to be strong. To be silent is golden, right? Isn't that what the teachers teach you? Graveyard, not to express yourself, right, but to be silent. You can't be your authentic self. You have to be silent. Graveyard betrayal as the King of Cups in gate of new passionate awakening, sending Leo packing to control her anger, feeling imprisoned and running away as fast as she can. The foundation here is of stairway to heaven, obscured by lots of negative energies, with one solitary cup of pure essence at the top. And then I was getting, don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, there's always someone else I see. So drained or ill due to secret out about third-party awakening with message of love to a man with a big ego, causing major purging, suffering, and wanting to die, some kind of difference between them, whether it's religion, culture, age, status, whatever, unable to see their authentic essence. All right, so all these blocks to them seeing who each other truly is. So centrally is the Five of Flames, the blame game. Choosing a path of wealthy family, but depressed or losing hope. Option may be walking away from him. Prisoner is escaping. The truth cuts deep, as prisoner stands in their truth adamantly. Betrayed by love, by King of Cups with passion for ego, and thus Leo, handing over his sexual energy and his twins to her. The challenge being here is the Nine of Chalices. Okay? Getting his wish. The Queen of Cups grieving child or inner child and giving to others to defend other prisoners. So this is the feminine out there working with others to help others who've gone through what she's gone through. On his challenge is getting his wish of lots of attention, which in turn has caused grief for mothers and children, or his own grief for his family being happier, his grief for his family because he is happier on his own without them, giving to others to forget his pain of his inner innocent child and his divine feminine trying to help him heal. Okay, so him feeling the guilt and shame of that. Presently, secret romance behind the Emperor's back, flame detached. The divine feminine asking Cupid to judge him sweetly for fantasy mirroring while with karmic trophy wife instead of his twin. Karmic, a child, and Queen of Cups feels like second place. So it's coming up as like the karmic, and here is in the masculine's head and heart is the King of Cups. I mean the head, the crowning the reed is the King of Cups here. No one knows what it's like to be the sad man behind blue eyes. Okay, so the karmic is coming here as acting like a child, or could be a karmic child, and the Queen of Cups, the feminine, feeling like they're second place to the masculine. If she has his gold, the feminine saying, if I have this gold chalice, if I am the Holy Grail, why is the karmic being offered? Or no, she's saying, if I have this Holy Grail, if that's my essence, then why am I being offered a silver light, second place? Having given her gold coins away to her children without regaining her self-worth, and regraining wanted to come up. So that might be significant to someone. I'm not sure what that means. Allowing the masculine to take advantage, all the masculines in her life, to have taken advantage of her kindness. Now crowning is that King of Cups with out of control Queen of Wands, the karmic energy, or it's also can be Leo energy or ego energy, is out of control Queen of Wands, creative and popular. It could be his karmic, or it could be the masculine acting as out of control Queen of Wands, right? Being the creative guy who's really popular like a girl, you know, because he's one of the girls. Giving up the battle in slow motion at the new moon, or in downturn of luck in deception that's out of his control by the Sham family. There may have been a near-death experience of grief for the masculine at night by the false light in the aftermath of post-war trauma and purging and crying to magnetize a new life, or in the aftermath of dumping wife or vice versa taking money with her, or him taking it away from her. The Emperor, surprised in a financial judgment, having reaped second prize, death or transformation of Scorpio Sag drinker or potion maker, white hook, kiss of death, in harsh truth of arrest, rehab, hospitalization, MASH unit, or abusive sexual practices, or obsessively controlling another, that his twin would offer him 2 spoons of sugar after she felt muzzled and gossiped about by him. Her treated unfairly, yet Divine Feminine showing him compassion. Soon in his knowing, but having pretended not to know, the Knight of Cups offers love to let things go. To move, or to end marriage, or to fix up a home that's falling apart, a supposed happy home, to correct injustice to the Queen of Cups, or he's in the process of divorcing. Or kids are offering to help fix up the house, that home, for the masculine. Or having lived with ex-karmic, the kids, offering love now to the masculine to let them come home, because they want to live with him. After trying to wake up karmic to twins in separation, and her not getting it, the King of Cups is guilt-ridden from running from the Divine Feminine and affecting her children as well. May offer to help Divine Feminine fix up a home that needs work to correct injustices done to her. The Divine Masculine sees himself as the sun here, solar deity. He is the masculine solar deity, destined to be called to action, right? To connect and find happiness or energy or light, balanced by the Divine Feminine shadow, which is just right. Finances and career came up for the masculine, as well as release your ex, and then passion. Okay, so these 3 cards, we had finances and career from Romance Angel, and that is financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, and then it was release your ex. Your time has come to clear your energy, so if you don't have your ex in your life, it's just about clearing more energy. And then finally, passion is allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And then music was also in the read, okay? So, finances and career, release your ex, masculines, and then passion for coming together to work and co-create with the feminine in a noble way. Around him, or how he is seen, is the masked boy with a burning desire. Okay? To study how he is seen, or to study from every angle the need for attention, to become inspired again, to set himself free, to open up his heart and leap, okay, to have faith. The masculine needs to clear blocks of the night, the full moon, the false light. Being present to the Queen of Pentacles, dropping burdens to offer love and help him with grounding and integrating, to master. But these things he must do on his own. Letting go of his guilt and shame and moodiness at the cycles of the moon, just like the men always complain about the women when they have their period, right? The masculine's going to now go through this as they bring their feminine into balance. So music comes up as well as moderation, but even more so for the masculine is personal growth and their environment, right? Because their environment affects them. So if they're in a negative environment, it's going to reflect them. The passionate boy is trapped in frustration from not being able to express his feelings of the feminine dancing with someone else. All right, so there's those intense feelings of him thinking of her with somebody else. Also, the lotus opening as the truth comes out of the King of Pentacles reversed, ungrounded, or having lost money and or status in a fall from grace. And then this comes right after the karma, which is also the judgment. Okay. So guilt and shame between the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, in separation because he refused to wake up. Twin had tried to reach him by sweets, tweets, and gates, chokerays and ironwork, but justice failed, squashing an innocent voice, implementing a plan for completion to divorce or be fair, but top 3 in family tree, requiring him to stay to completion even if there is no peace in it, requiring him to stay quiet until final judgment. So some of the masculines may be legally bound to silence, only messages by bird or through gate or portal, as the wounded warrior grounds and integrates and tells his story of childhood abuse or some kind of victimization by family who led him astray and keeping his flame at bay. So the Hierophant, Taurus, religious leader, marriage, contracts, all of that, the worst is over. Coming out of isolation, defenseless to the energies and or attacks, but clear on creative and sexual blocks of his, also his insecurities, his sneakiness, his half-truths, his resistance and stubbornness. He's all now aware and being self-aware now. Now resting and meditating and praying for mercy. So grieving, stairway to heaven, and as I turned the page here, it was 11:22. 22 is the Fool. It's about that new life and taking a leap of faith. Grieving the stairway to heaven, completion, achievement, ascension, to expose all about masked boy with hidden flame, purging and fighting to get his wish of knowing without knowing, at night and under false light, be the King of Cups, unconditional love, with opened crown and judged by family and establishment and not caring, okay? Healing after battle wounds and purging the sham fam, climbing stairs by guidance and synchronicities through the fire, transmuting the flames to be happy or at least satisfied on his own as the King of Cups exposed and sunny and knowing and floating with the sun coming out in the spring here now, bringing out his inner desires at and on the way to this full moon now, which is Crucifixion Day, a final judgment of home and family. Okay, so he's feeling that pull to the full moon of the crucifixion of the final judgment, whether it's a divorce or some kind of court final settlement, whatever it is. Sentiment could be there too, since I said that instead of settlement. Final sentiments, mediating or meditating to let go of Scorpio and or Virgo resistance. So those are 2 energies within himself or around him that have been blocking him for sure. Okay, that Scorpio sting and stubbornness, because you know how Scorpios have meltdowns, and then also the Virgo stubbornness of needing to be perfect within his own self or people around him like that. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to do the oracle cards. But I'm going to do them in a separate post, okay? So I'm going to just show you the read from today. Let's see. So this is the basic read from today. Okay, and then we have the full read here. Cut right out there. Okay. Okay, guys. Rise and be loved. Check out the oracle